Hey everybody, what's going on? This is TwoHeadedFlounder, and today we're doing something a little out of the norm. We're actually going back in time to Gen 5. Yes, I actually started this channel by doing Gen 5 Wi-Fi battles, so this will be interesting. I don't know what actually happens in this video. I'm going to try and do my best to make predictions of my moves and my opponent's moves, who I'm also assuming is ConnickHD, aka Connor, aka my cousin. I'm assuming it's him because I see the Swampert on the other team. It's his signature Pokemon. But also looking at my team, I have a lot of things that I really like using, and a Xatu. I've never really been a big fan of using Xatu, but it has a really good ability in Magic Bounce, so we'll see what happens. But Kanga's a solid Pokemon. I'm surprised I'm not leading with it, especially when he has a Roserade. I feel like, you know, being able to fake out, break the sash if it's a lead sasher would be good, but looks like we're going with Xatu versus his Roserade in the active, and it is indeed Connor, so we'll see what happens. So this isn't a very scary, I guess it's probably why I led with Xatu, is because there's nothing that Roserade can do to me, and both of my typings are super effective against his two typings, so yeah. And it also looks like Connor doesn't understand what Magic Bounce is, and you know, we'll say it here. Connor used to be good in his heyday. He used to be very good. So to see him not pick up on the fact that I Magic Bounced the Toxic Spikes and then he tried putting me to sleep is something else. But we end up KOing his Roserade there, and he goes to the Registeel, which of course is going to be immune to the Toxic Spikes, but also kind of resist both of Xatu's stabs. Thankfully, I have the Heat Wave, and he's going to start cursing up, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because he's obviously taking the Heat Waves rather well. It looks like it's a 4-hit KO, especially after Leftovers recovery, but also, like, this is clearly a rest, sleep talk, curse set. I don't know what his one attacking move is going to be. Probably Iron Head, but it's, you know, very weird strategy that depends on RNG. So if he doesn't roll Iron Head, it is Iron Head enough to get KOs on me, which Xatu is a rather bulky Pokemon. I can start going for Calm Minds to dish out heavier damage with Heat Wave, and as you can see there, it's almost a KO now. So you know, as long as like things go my way, then we're gonna come out on top of this. But he is gonna wake up on this next turn, so I would assume he goes for a rest again, just because obviously he can take one more, but the next one after the one more will, you know, get him knocked out. He could also just go for Iron Head just to get some damage off, go into something faster that's a physical attacker, then just KO Xatu, but he does indeed go for rest. And again, it's all RNG based, so we're fine to just stay in here and just keep going for Heat Waves. So I'm looking at his team also. Like, Escavalier is 4 times weak to fire, and Scrafty is weak to flying. I'm assuming I have a Psychic move, Heat Wave, Calm Mind, and probably Roost, but I could have an additional attacking move. So I don't think Scrafty is too bad of a, you know, Pokemon to go to, but he does actually go ahead and take me out here, but it's not a big deal. I have Ampharos in the back. We're just going to go ahead and go for a Focus Blast, and of course miss, as he's now able to get a rest off. Gotta love Focus Blast. It's a great move, and it rarely ever hits. So we're going to go for another one. Obviously that would have KO'd, and we're going to see that it does a little under half, so it is going to be a 3-hit KO. Unfortunately, meaning that like we're gonna have to hit flawlessly and get really good rolls on him, you know, messing up or something, because by the time we get the third, go for the third Focus Blast, he's going to be able to rest up. But he, of course, you know, avoids another one, and his RNG is not good, which would be favorable in my favor, but it's just not, it's not going how it should go, you know? And I keep missing Focus Miss, so it is what it is, but Registeel is awake now. He goes for Iron Head. It does a sizable chunk because he has gotten a few curses up. Of course, we do resist the attack. It's probably another reason I went to Ampharos, but obviously I would have liked did him on the special side with all those curses being up and get a guaranteed KO. But again, we have to hit the Focus Blast, which hopefully we'll be able to hit the next one because he kind of messed up here by not resting, and he could potentially be in KO range. And we do hit, and we do get the KO. Okay, I was gonna say that's looking really bad if we continue to just keep missing. Yeah, no. So anyway, I'm actually very confused by my set too. It's leftovers. I usually run like Life Orb, Agility, Ampharos, so I don't know. Out comes Dusclops. Of course, it's going to be poisoned because of the toxic spikes that are on the ground, which does help me out a lot. And then that in conjunction with a couple of Thunderbolts should put me in a good spot to deal with this Dusclops. But of course, Dusclops has things like Pain Split, just annoying stuff. But instead of Pain Splitting, I mean, he wouldn't have gotten too much health back anyways, but it would have, I guess, got him another turn. He is going to go down after getting me Toxicked, which is a-okay by me. Like, I apparently, yeah, you know, am a lefty Ampharos side. Like, I can pivot out, come back in, and reset the poison turns. But he's going to go ahead and do his Swampert now. Obviously, I don't really have much to deal with Swampert via Ampharos, and I don't know what move he's going to go for. He could go for Waterfall because I'm out of range. He could go for Earthquake because it's super effective. So even swapping out into Honchkrow would have been risky. So get the free switch, go into Kangaskhan, go for the Fake Out. It actually crits, which is awesome. And obviously that gets a little bit of toxic damage or poison damage because it's not toxic, it's just normal poisoned. And then I do know Kangaskhan outspeeds, so we're just going to go for Double Edge to get the KO. And that brings out his Escavalier, and all he has left is this and his Scrafty, and Scrafty is honestly really scary. I have to make sure Honchkrow is healthy to deal with it. So we're going to stay in, get some chip damage off on Escavalier before he takes me out, into which now we're going to go into Honchkrow. Hope that a Brave Bird from this range is more than enough to take it out. I'm assuming I'm also Life Orbed, because that seems like something I would do. I am. So we're going to get the Moxie boost. His last Pokemon is going to be Scrafty at this point. We outspeed, we're +1 attack, Life Orb, Stab, super effective. There's no way Scrafty's living this, and that's going to go down, and that's going to be the battle. I have another battle that I'm going to be posting soon versus Mikachu. And we'll see, that one looked like it was a little bit more interesting of teams, but yeah, thanks for watching.